Hey y'all, it's Megan. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, welcome. So for my last video of 2024, I just wanted to recap a lot of things that happened this year. So this video is going to be a definitive ranking of some of the most memorable moments of 2024 from best to worst. I already know that this is probably going to be my favorite video that I've made so far. I made myself a little cocktail, so this should be interesting. Okay, first things first, I'm gonna explain the ranking system. So each thing is going to be divided into 5 separate tiers. The bottom tier is gonna be like the worst, and then the top tier is gonna be the best. And my method of labeling each tier is just gonna be based off of random memes that can only be understood by chronically online people. So let me break it down. Starting with the lowest tier, this is gonna be reserved for the absolute worst moments of 2024. And the meme that I use to describe this tier is, please, can I go to Ellie and Mason house? So there's like this screenshot that went viral of this little kid texting her mom, and she's asking if she can go to her cousin's house, and her mom said no because she has to go to bed. And then she's just sent a picture of her like crying. She types just like a little kid. It's like the grammar's like off because she's literally like, please, can I go to Ellie and Mason house? I mean, just look at it. Like, this child is in distress. I don't think there is a better way to describe the worst of the worst things that happen in 2024. And then above that is not the worst things, but still bad. And that's going to be low vibrational plate. It's basically this motivational speaker insulting someone else based off the way that her food was arranged on her plate.
But I would never eat a plate that looks like this. You could pay me $1 million to do that to my food. Oh my God. I deserve better than that. That's low vibration. And you took it. I would have been like, I'm playing like that.
This is gonna be stuff that's just like not the vibe. Like, it's just like not it. Like, it's not the worst thing that could happen, but stuff that is just like, yeah, no. Now, the middle tier, this is reserved for stuff that is just like, you know, I don't really have an opinion on it. This tier is based on the Shaq meme that says, understandable, have a great day. And that's like literally my reaction to these things. Stuff that's just like, okay, we can acknowledge that it happened, but it's not good or bad. It's just like, yeah. Now, when things start to get better is the 4th tier, which is based on the Josh Hutcherson whistle edit. I don't know what the context is at all, but like I said, it will be recognized by people who are chronically online. If something great happens, it's just very Josh Hutcherson whistle edit. And the top tier, that is the best of the best moments of 2024, that is going to be based off of a clip from the Theo Von podcast.
Oh, make you want to kick a fat kid at Kmart. You know what I'm saying? Praise God, baby.
Not only is it unhinged, but for some reason it just perfectly encapsulates the best thing that could probably happen to you. So the best moments of 2024 is going to be reserved in this top tier, and that is the meme of choice. So throughout the year, I just saved different moments in my phone that I think 2024 is just going to be remembered for. The first moment of 2024 that I'm going to talk about is the Cat Williams interview. So the comedian Cat Williams was on the Shannon Sharp podcast. This is something that is most memorable to like Black Twitter and like Black Instagram.
Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history.
This went extremely viral and people were talking about it for months afterwards. But in this interview, which is like 2 or 3 hours long, he was just exposing different people in the industry. He was like roasting other comedians who betrayed him. There was even one point where he, you know, said that if Diddy invites you to a party, you need to say no. And that actually ended up being true. So it most went viral for all the gifs and all the memes that people made out of it. Like, when Black Twitter looks back at 2024, like, this is gonna be something that they remember. This is Josh Hutcherson whistle edit. Like, this is up there. Actually, you know what? I think that this is make you want to kick a fat kid in Kmart. You know what I'm saying? Praise God, baby. That's what that is. That's like the best of the best. Like, it's one of the most iconic things that happened in 2024. The next thing on the list is the Drake leak. So earlier this year, Drake had a video that was leaked of him. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this is pretty low vibrational plate. Like, just the concept of that happening is low vibrational. People were speculating if it was actually him in the video, but my thing is, like, Drake has been famous for a really long time. Like, he has been famous, extremely famous, for like 15 years, and nothing like that has ever happened. So I feel like if people was to leak stuff of him, that would have been happened a long time ago. The fact that that is the first time that a video leaked of Drake, and it was in 2024, like, I don't believe it. Even if it was real, like if it was actually him in the video, I feel like it was probably some kind of like intentional and strategic thing. There is no way that someone of Drake's status would just casually have a video like that like leaked. So the whole situation is very low vibrational. Next, we have the social media app Twitter changing its name to X. So Elon Musk purchased the company Twitter and made a lot of changes to the way that the app is used. And the main change that he made was changing the name to X, and the logo is just an X. I don't know what that's about. Plus, like, not a lot of people even use the word X. Like, people still refer to it as Twitter and like tweets. I don't understand the purpose of changing this. Like, to me, this makes me want to go to Elliot Mason house. Like, I've never used Twitter before, so it doesn't actually even directly affect me. But yeah, it's just like, what's the point? Like, why did you do that?
Gretchen, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
Next on our list, we have Ozempic. Ozempic is a drug that is intended for people with diabetes. Basically, the way that this medication works is it is an injection that is used as an appetite suppressant. Ozempic became really popular in the year 2024. This is something that people used for not diabetes. Ozempic became so popular to very wealthy and privileged communities because of the weight loss benefits. This was basically a quick way to, shed weight and get a slim looking appearance. There's been a lot of people who are diabetics who had limited access to this drug because there's so many rich and famous people using it to lose weight. Like, so every time celebrities pop out in paparazzi photos and they look thinner, everybody's like, oh, Ozempic.
I think it's amazing and I think it's great for them. There are a million ways to lose weight. Why not do it through something that isn't as boring as working out? People hate on it because they want to do it. And the people who hate on the most, the people who are secretly doing it or pissed off that they can't afford it.
So yeah, obviously this is low vibrational plates. Like, that is a low vibrational plate. I'm sorry. Next, we have like aesthetics. So this year there were so many different types of aesthetics, or basically like trends and styles that would go viral. It's like every single month there's a new aesthetic. And if you're somebody who tries to just keep up with current trends, this year would have been exhausting. There's like coquette aesthetic, clean girl aesthetic, mob wife aesthetic, old money aesthetic, goth girl aesthetic. And to me, the aesthetics thing is just so overrated because it's basically like a way of saying that you don't have a personality. Like, it's one thing to stick to trends, but the fact that everything has to be labeled as a specific aesthetic and people are basing their entire personalities off of what is viral on social media, that's low vibrational plates, unfortunately. Yeah. Next on the list, we have Kylie Jenner's clothing brand Kai. So Kylie Jenner has had a lot of brands. Like, not a lot of them have had very much success. And she is notorious for just kind of giving up on brands that she makes or having like bad reputations behind her brands. There was a designer by the name of Betsy Johnson, not like the funky Betsy Johnson, but another one. She basically accused the brand Kai of copying her designs, plus that on top of, you know, Kylie Jenner's reputation regarding her previous brands. I mean, in the past, Kylie Jenner had like a swimsuit line, and that was a flop. Like, it flopped so bad. It was extremely overpriced, and the materials were very cheap. Most of the reviews that people had over her swimsuit line was very negative. So I feel like whenever it comes to her making all of these new businesses, like, she doesn't have the best track record.
The first reviews for Kylie Jenner's new fashion brand Kai are starting to come online. I think we've learned a lot from this user, Ruby's Hall. She is 5'6". Even if she was wearing heels, pleather jeans are just ridiculously oversized lengthwise. 5'1", so I know a lot about that. This coat is an extra small, scraping the floor. It's massive. Like, yes, it's meant to be oversized, but there is oversized and then there's just poor fit and quality construction. I'd say that the pleather actually feels quite high quality. I haven't touched them, I can't speak to that. Just from a visual aspect, corner cutting is evident.
And then again, obviously the clothes and stuff is overpriced. Like, no average person is going to be wearing these things. I guess she has a solid fan base that wants to support her no matter what she does, but yeah, please, can I go to Ellie and Mason house? She should stick to makeup. She's really good at makeup. Like, not everything is for everybody. Now, the next thing we have on the list is Diddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Puff Daddy, aka Sean Combs, aka Sean John, aka Brother Love, and him being in jail. He went to jail. He had a lot of accusations against him. Like, a lot of accusations. I can't even go into detail.
Look at Diddy, look at Diddy.
I grew up on the Making the Band Diddy, like the Danity Kane Diddy, way back when he was on TV, like making his artists walk in the rain to go pick up Cheesecake Factory for him, and when he was like literally verbally abusing the girls from Danity Kane.
Man, Puffy just told us to go to the store in Brooklyn and bring him back a cheesecake and walk.
We're gonna team up in the end too. Y'all go under that shit. Over.
Hell, walking to Brooklyn. I ain't never do this, and I'm from New York.
Check this out. You clear on that? You understand now? I'm asking myself, why do I have you here? So I'll move on to something else. I'll give you the answer soon. All right? And you may not be here then.
Okay. Before it gets to that.
And anybody that want to go with you, they could go too.
So my legitimate reaction to this is understandable. Have a great day. Next, we have the coronation of King Charles. So technically, the coronation happened in December of last year, but 2024 is the first year that he was like the king of the monarchy. So I'm just gonna put this as, please can I go to Ellie and Mason house? Like, this is like the lowest of the low, baddest of the bad. For one thing, I cannot think of the royal family without thinking about how much the world is empty because of the loss of Princess Diana.
Do you think Mrs. Parker Bowles was a factor in the breakdown of your marriage?
Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded.
For some reason, whenever I think about that, I get very emotional. Like, I just get very emotional. So I don't really care that Charles is the king. I really don't care. Also, even though the world is divided by nations and languages, I think that we as a human race can collectively agree that nobody is gonna call Camilla the queen. So yeah, that's the bottom tier. Bottom tier. Next, we have the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. I actually have no idea what's the details of this beef. I wasn't following it at all. I really never listened to any of the songs in full, and I have no idea how it started in the first place. So I'm just going to Google a synopsis of the beef so that we can understand it together. Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole have often been listed as the big three of rap, more specifically called this on Drake's last album by J. Cole. And apparently Kendrick did not appreciate this grouping. In the song Like That by Future, Metro Boomin and Kendrick, he dismissed the idea of being part of this big three. Instead, he rapped, "It's just Big Me." So April 2024, Cole came swinging back with a diss track of his own directed at Kendrick on his surprise album Might Delete Later. After J. Cole somehow got involved in the beef, he came out at one of his concerts and he basically apologized. This was something that a lot of people really commended J. Cole for, because he dissed Kendrick Lamar in his song, but then he ended up saying that that wasn't mature of him and it wasn't a reflection of how his character is in present time. And he said that him and Kendrick have been like brothers, blah blah blah, because basically it started off as beef between Drake and Kendrick. Metro Boomin, Future, Rick Ross somehow got involved, and it's all of these people were involved. I really didn't know any of the details. It was just somehow Drake versus everybody. It took Drake a little more time to arrange a comeback. Maybe he was binging? Maybe he was binging Baby Reindeer like the rest of us. But suddenly on April 13th, a new song of his called Push Ups featured the lyrics, "You ain't no big three. SZA, you got wiped down. Travis, you got wiped down. Savage, you got wiped down." That wasn't enough for Drake, as he also took a hit at Kendrick's work on pop songs with Maroon 5, Need a Verse, You Better Make It Witty, Then We Need a Verse for the Swifties. Like I said, I was not listening to any of these songs. And I have always been a Drake fan. Ever since Drake was on Degrassi, he was my favorite artist, of all time. But as of recent years, I have to be honest, in 2024, I did not listen to any of Drake's music. He just doesn't hit the same no more. I don't think is at his peak. And there was a time that I absolutely loved anything that Drake put out, but this whole beef, I was not following at all. And I actually don't feel like reading anymore, so I think that's enough. Anyways, so after this back and forth of them releasing songs and diss tracks at each other, Kendrick Lamar came out with a song, Not Like Us. So it's been number one for months and months and months. There was a time that he did a concert and he played it 7 times in a row or 11 times in a row or something like that. Everybody loves that song. So whenever it came to the rap beef, everybody was saying that Kendrick won. I mean, I don't know. I don't think anybody won or lost. I feel like rap beef is just part of the culture in hip-hop. That's something that has kind of always happened. This is Josh Hutcherson whistle edit. It was pretty iconic. And like I said, I've always been a Drake fan, but I think that Kendrick Lamar slid on this one. Kendrick Lamar slid. Okay, the next thing on this list is Jasmine Crockett calling Marjorie Taylor Greene a bad-built bleach blonde. The next thing on this list is Jasmine Crockett calling Marjorie Taylor Greene a bleach blonde, bad-built butch body. They were literally beefing in the middle of a congressional hearing. This was recorded. I'm just gonna play the clip.
Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about AG.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order, Mr. Chairman.
That's beneath even you.
Ms. Crockett.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad-built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's
Hold on.
I'm trying to find clarification on what qualifies.
Chairman, motion to strike
those words. I had no idea what you just said.
This is one of my favorite things that happened in 2024. And it's just so unprofessional. It's so unconventional. And it's just really crazy that they actually caught this on camera and everything. Yeah, this is top tier stuff. This is top tier stuff. I personally like Jasmine Crockett. I follow her on Instagram. I just love the way that she speaks and the way that she can educate people on the way that the government works. And she just seems like a relatable person. So whenever this happened, I just thought it was hilarious. She even came out with merch. Like, for sure, this is one of the best things that happened in 2024. I'm sorry. Oh my God. America's so unserious. Next is JoJo Siwa's rebrand. So JoJo Siwa was known for being on the show Dance Moms, and then she went on and had a solo career, and she was extremely popular. You have probably seen the huge JoJo Siwa bows. Like, to this day, there's lots and lots of JoJo Siwa merch. Like, she was extremely popular with little kids. She just made like very rainbow pop music. Like, that is the reputation that she was known for. So as of the last, I would say like 2 years or 1 year, she has made a complete rebrand. So because she doesn't want to be attached to that image anymore, she just made a complete drastic change to her image and her style of music. Every time there is like a child star and they are now an adult and they kind of want to make an image of their own, and they want to, like, they basically want to make it public that they're grown up. So this is I will say that she was successful in creating a name for herself that was totally different than what she was previously known for. It was just like, honestly, in my honest, humble opinion, this was such a weird rebrand. Like, it was just so weird. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, she came out with a new song, which technically wasn't an original song because I think it was actually written for someone else and nobody knew that. And then she went on this huge long press tour where she's like doing the choreography to the music video at the most random places in the most random times.
Oh my God, this is so aggressive.
Me never heard nobody and girl personally. Yeah, I be curb and assist. Panefist, me play 6, come tear some of this.
6, 7, and you go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then you're gonna say stack, stack, head and shoulder down, out, head. Stack, stack, head and shoulder down, out, head. Then you're gonna get tap, tap, and chug, drop it down, pull it. 5, 6.
Social media ate this up. Like, everybody was like, what is going on? Like, so I feel like because she was famous since she was 5 years old and she was attached to this like super cute rainbow kitty, she had to make a dramatic turn to make it known that this was like her thing now.
Like a sexy glam Gene Simmons sea creature.
Ooh.
Going on here?
You know, the amount of references that people have told me I look like in this video that I have no clue what they are is sickening. I'm adding that one to the list.
But this is going on the bottom tier, unfortunately. Yeah, because I don't know what that was. Okay, the next thing on this list is the next thing on this list is this clip of this guy in court, and once he heard his sentencing, he literally leaped over the podium to attack the judge.
Taste of something else, because I just can't with that history. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court.
Just as a disclaimer, like, just so that this is on record, I do not condone this. This is wrong. So immediately before this part of the clip, the guy was like, when they allow the defendant to say something on their own behalf, he was saying like, you know, I've genuinely learned from my mistakes. Like, I know that I'm going to be a different person. Like, I'm going to do better. Like, I really want to change. Like, I truly believe that I've been rehabilitated. And then she's like, yeah, I don't think so. This dude is obviously crazy. Like, this dude obviously has to be kept away from society. Yeah. So it's like, it's the fact that he's saying that he's rehabilitated and then he don't like what she said, so you attack the judge? Bro!
Redden's sister, LaDonna Daniels, stressed her brother's history of mental illness, saying he's diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar disorder, and that he hasn't had treatment since he left prison in November.
It was triggered because he seemed to have been pleading for his freedom. He has been off his psych meds for since he got out of jail, but because he doesn't have an appointment until March.
I have no idea what it was that he was being charged for. But yeah, maximum sentence. Oh my God, I don't know. This is very low vibrational. I wouldn't say it's like good, so I don't think it should be in the top tiers, because like I said, this is bad. This was wrong. Yeah, I need to go to Elliot Mason house. Okay, next on our list is going to be the symphony meme.
I just wanna be part of your symphony.
Like, this is something else that I don't understand, like, what's the origins of it. And for whatever reason, people decided to match this song to just random clips of like rainbows and dolphins and just like, I don't know. All I know is the only time this is played is with no context at all.
I just wanna be part of your symphony.
Like, it's just, yeah, I can't even tell you what it means, why it exists, or anything. I just know that people played at the most random times. Like, this went so viral that the actual artist actually played clips of like the dancing dolphins on tour at one of her concerts. It's just so funny. This is Josh Hutcherson whistle edit. Like, this is something that is literally equivalent to the Josh Hutcherson whistle edit. Like, you just play it when you're in a good mood. Like, you just play it just because. Something I almost forgot to add to the list is Chloe and Halle no longer being vegan anymore. Like, what the heck?
I'm about to spill some tea. You wanna know my confession? My confession is that recently I have begun consuming chicken. And let me tell you something. Yes, after 11, I'm dead serious. I'm not joking. After 11 years of being vegan, I consume chicken now. And it's like, I am still allergic to egg whites. I don't consume dairy. And honestly, it's been really good. I don't eat anything else, but I've just been dibbling with some chicken.
So Chloe and Halle, they're sisters. They started off as like a group and they both have their own independent careers. You know Halle as the girl who played the live action Little Mermaid. They have been vegan. Like, they were vegan for a long time. They were kind of like raised that way or something, and people knew them for that. But they both are no longer vegan. Like, they eat meat. Like, it wasn't even like a gradual shift. Like, let me just go to vegetarian and then go to pescatarian. And no, like, they just eat meat now. And I decided to put this on here because personally, I'm a vegetarian, okay? So when people have plant-based diets like vegetarianism or veganism, I just feel like this like invisible connection with them. Like 2 years ago, there was this time where Chloe was talking about how they went to a hotel and they ordered room service. They gave her like a chicken burger or like a regular hamburger instead of a veggie burger, and she was halfway through it or like finished the burger before she even realized. I guess ever since then she was like, you know what? I forgot meat's actually pretty good. So she's not vegan anymore. And then Halle had a baby. So I think that maybe when she was having pregnancy cravings, like she was eating meat while she was pregnant.
I think a lot of people ask me if I'm still 100% vegan.
gym because I've been showing you guys me cooking a little bit, and the answer is not anymore. And the reason being is, I think I told some of you guys that when I got, you want some more? Okay. That when I was pregnant, I had just like started craving meat, and I was vegan for 13 years up until then. And I was just like, well, I'm gonna just give my body what it wants right now because I'm doing a really hard job of growing a human. And I also wanted to make sure Halo was getting the proper nutrients and things he needed. But I still love vegan food. I eat it like still mostly all the time. It's just if I have like a inkling or craving for chicken or something, I'll eat it.
To me, that is like, what the heck? Literally WTF, because they were like known for that. And it's not bad or good. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with either kind of diet. Like, there's nothing wrong with eating meat. But I'm just saying, dang! I honestly cannot rate this as understandable, have a great day, because I don't understand. Man, I don't know. You know what? I'm just gonna say understandable, have a great day, because I think it's neither good nor bad. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the Bennifer breakup of 2024. So Ben Affleck and JLo actually used to date like 20 years ago, and I think at one point they got engaged. Back in 2023-ish, they kind of rekindled their romance, and they got back together. And then they got engaged again, and they actually got married. But in 2024, they got divorced. I think this was a big deal because I thought that this was going to be one of those things where they were like lovers who kind of found their way back to each other. I thought that they were a cute couple. I even saved this video on my Instagram. I think that this was a significant moment in the history of 2024 because like they dated before. They were like a Hollywood it couple like literally 20 years ago. And then the fact that they both like moved on and got married and had kids with other people and like had all these other relationships but then found their way back to each other. I was really hopeful, okay? Yeah, this is low vibrational plate. Unfortunately, divorce is low vibrational plate. Yeah. I don't make the rules. Next, we are going to be talking about Luigi! About a month ago, someone assassinated the CEO of the UnitedHealthcare insurance company. The news outlets released security footage of this person, and probably a day or two later they were able to identify who they were, and he got arrested. His name is Luigi Mangione or something. I'm adding this to the list because I'm just talking about stuff that was memorable from 2024. He still is awaiting sentencing. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't have an opinion on this. This went viral because it was a major news story. Plus, a lot of people have been saying a lot of things on social media. He has like a humongous fan base. I can neither support nor condemn what happened. I have almost completed the list. But the last thing that I'm going to be talking about from 2024 is easily the best thing that has happened this year. I just completed nursing school. I can't even begin to explain the amount of trauma and sacrifice and anxiety that I have had to experience to get to this point. But as of this month, I'm done. I have submitted all of my things. I've completed all of my hours. And I have a job secured. So as of February, I will be working in the ICU as a registered nurse. I'm going to be scheduling my NCLEX very soon, which is the state boards to be licensed as a nurse. This is easily the best and most culturally significant thing that happened in the year 2024. The only appropriate reaction to that information is this.
Oh, make you want to kick a fat kid at Kmart. You know what I'm saying? Praise God, baby.
I hope that as a whole, the year 2024 was good for everyone. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Talk about different viral moments in the comments from 2024 that I probably didn't cover. Exercise your mind, body, and soul so you can be stronger. Thanks, y'all. Thank you.